Hello, and welcome back to the offer negotiation lesson, which is a part of the Careers by Design course on Canvas. In this lesson, in this video, we are going to talk about an outline that you can use for your offer negotiation conversation. So here is a 5-step outline that you can use for the offer negotiation conversation. So let's just keep in mind that the employer has made you an offer. You have expressed your excitement. You've asked them for a timeline when they need a decision by. You have taken that time to reflect, figure out what your needs are, what your asks are, and you've gathered some data about your experience and market data to back up what you're going to ask for. And now you have arrived at the negotiating table with your hopefully your future employer. This conversation is happening in real time, so either over Zoom or some sort of video conferencing, phone, or in person. This is not a conversation that is left to voicemail or email. So here we are, and here is the 5-step process that you can follow. So step 1, you want to, again, confirm your interest in the position and also express that there are a certain number of parts of the offer that you would like to discuss. So we recommend discussing and negotiating anywhere from 1 to 3 parts of the offer. So you should have arrived with anywhere between 1 to 3 things that you would like to ask for or asks during the negotiation conversation. So once you've stated how many pieces of the offer you would like to discuss, then you want to move to step 2, where you will present your first ask. So you'll present your ask. So that might be asking for more vacation time. It might be asking for a higher salary. It might be asking for the company to pay for a cell phone, whatever it might be. Then you're going to present some data to back up what you're asking for, as well as you're going to explain your value to support your reasons for your ask. Then you're going to pause and not say anything until the employer responds. So the employer will say yes, they'll say no, they'll say maybe so. In any event, you should express your appreciation, even if they say no, and say something like, thank you so much for clarifying. That's good to know. And then you will present your second request if you have arrived at the negotiating table with 2 requests. So you'll move up to step 2 and you'll do step 2 through 4 again, and so on. If you have a third request, you'll keep going. No doubt the most challenging part of this conversation is the part where you're making your ask and you're presenting information to back it up. So let's talk about a strategy to use for essentially it's steps 2 and 3. So when you're explaining kind of your reasoning about why you are asking for whatever it is you're asking for, it's helpful to use value statements to support and reinforce your value as it relates to your request. So a value statement has 3 parts. You're explaining your skills, explaining your accomplishments, and you're explaining the results of your work as it relates to the job that you have just been offered. So what that could sound like is something below. And again, everybody uses their own words, their own language when they're kind of going through this process. So this is just one example of how this could sound. So you'll arrive at the table, you'll say there's 3 parts of the offer I'd like to discuss. The first part is the salary. At my previous position, I used my problem solving and program development skills to create a program that not only improved student learning outcomes, but also provided professional development for our staff. I expect to experience similar results in this role. Therefore, I'm asking if the salary can be increased from $55,000 to $60,000. And then you say absolutely nothing. Wait for them to respond with yes, no, maybe so, and then you move forward depending. All right, we are almost finished with this lesson. So in the next video, we're just going to wrap up with some final tips and resources. I'll see you there.